Hey guys, Jessica Jarvis here, and welcome to day one of our new coach Kickstart. We are so pumped that you guys are in this, and we just want to help you in every way we possibly can. So we are here as mentor coaches to provide resources for you, to provide everything that you might need to really kick off your first challenge group, really starting with yourself and maybe even bringing a couple people with you. And so I just wanted to, again, welcome you. I want to, let you know that this is a way for you to go all in. And what you do with this first challenge group, maybe it's not the first one on your journey, but it's the first one as a coach, go all in. We're going to talk about this a little bit more throughout the next couple of weeks, but it will change everything for you. Everything when you're able to go through a program start to finish, all in. And I know that has been huge for my own results. Throughout being a coach, I have lost 60 pounds overall, but really only 20 pounds before I became a coach. So most of my weight loss and my transformation was on this journey, and I shared it, and it helped me so much with people wanting to join. And so it's just such an amazing thing when you can put that out there, and when you can talk about, even if it's not weight loss that you have, talk about the way that you are growing as a person in confidence and in non-skill victories. So I just want to address first and foremost, I have a unit in here, I believe it's unit 3, and I put up a document, a link to a Google Doc where you can see lots of individual invites that I put in there for pretty much every case scenario, but I only did like 1 or 2 just to kind of get you started. Some of you guys had a hard time opening that link. It's actually like a Facebook glitch. So if you just go to the post in the feed in our group and you click on it, you should be able to see it all there. So don't worry, you should be able to get it. And if you still can't, we'll figure that out. Just let your coach know. So make sure that you check that out. But I put all of that in there for you because we want to be able to provide, like I said, and I think that it's really, really helpful when you can see actual examples. So those are actual posts that were put together. I may have changed a couple names or something in there and maybe changed a little bit of the format, but they're actual posts that you can, use as inspiration to be able to start posting about this today. So we really want you to go all in, posting and inviting people today. Don't wait. We have this group starting March 4th. It's going to be incredible. And you're definitely going to want to have people in there that you love and care about, because it's going to be incredible. It's going to be so good for their health. So there's that. I just want to also remind you guys that as you get started in this, you are planting seeds no matter what. So one thing that I learned is that it takes the average person 7 times to hear about something before they'll commit. So your posting might be the first time they see or hear about something, or maybe the first time they get it planted in them that they might want to join, or they might want to change their life. Or it might be, your message might be the second time, or maybe it's the 4th, the 5th, or the 7th. Either way, know that you are going to receive a lot of people that are just not ready for this right now. That's okay. One thing that I will tell you is that when I started out my coach journey, I met with 10 people that I thought would be all about this. They would want to be in my challenge group. They'd want to support me. They'd be all in. And I have to tell you guys that every single one of those people said no, and most of them have never joined me. And I remember thinking okay, I really thought that they would be in this, but they weren't. But it's okay. It's okay. Because the people that are supposed to join you will, and the people that might not join you right away may join you down the line. So don't throw in the towel. The only way that you don't succeed in this is if you quit. That's the only for sure way that you won't succeed. It's the only way you fail, guys, is if you throw in the towel, if you quit. So don't do that. Keep going. I know that it's uncomfortable to start something new. I remember the first time I was talking to somebody about my challenge group. They wanted to get on the phone, which now I recommend doing that with people. But I remember getting on the phone and just being shaking. And I was in ministry. I was a worship director. I was in this. I was in a simulator. I helped people get into ministry opportunities. And so I talk to people all the time. I'm a connector. I love people. And yet I was shaking. I was so nervous because it was new. And sometimes new can be different. It can be hard, to start something new. But that's okay. The best thing you can do is be fearless in your action. It wasn't the fact that I was a little nervous posting. I was a little nervous because I didn't know all the answers, right? But I was fearless in what I did. I was fearless in still sharing, in getting on the phone. And nothing about your conversations are probably going to be perfect, right? Mine are not perfect. But it's such an amazing way for you to connect with other people genuinely and share what you love. Remember that you are not a robot. So one tip I'm going to give you before I'm going to go into more examples, remember that you're not a robot. So this morning I'm talking about inviting, and the examples that I have for you are on inviting. It's so interesting to me that when I have a hair product that I love, I want to scream it from the rooftops with all my curly haired friends. I want to share it with all my friends. And then it's same with my health journey. I'm so excited. I believe in Shakeology 100%. I know that this works. Why would I not want to share that with people, right? But something happens from when you're a customer and you're like, girl, this is the real deal. This is incredible. And then all of a sudden you become a coach and you become like this robot of oh my gosh, you need to try this. It's 70+ superfoods and it's amazing. No, just be you. Yes, this is superfoods. It's incredible. It's clinically proven. It's amazing. It's helping me regain my health. Great. Share that passionately and just be excited about that. When you share it, if people want to know all the ins and outs and you don't know all the answers about how many grams of folate or whatever, you can look it up. That's the best thing you can do is don't just go and ask your coach. Go and Google. Google is great. Google is a great resource. You can FAQ. It's a great resource. But it's so awesome that you can literally look stuff up. You can go to Shakeology.com and you don't have to have all those answers right then and there. So don't be a robot. Don't think that you have to act like a computer. You can just be you. Talk to everybody like you're talking to your best friend and you want to help them with something that is changing your life. And you're pumped. We're doing this as a business because it can also change your life for the business. I'm a single mom and I get to be home with my kids. That's amazing. So I just encourage you, my hours, as you can kind of tell, might look a little different, at times because of that. But how amazing is it that I used to work 50 hours a week outside the home? 50 hours a week outside the home. I used to only be able to work on my lunch break and before and after work just for a little bit because my kids meant everything to me. And I needed to make sure I had time with my family, but I took that time captive and I built myself to replacing that 50-hour-a-week income in 6 months. This is not a get rich quick scheme and we can't promise you guys anything, right? You know that, or you wouldn't be here. At the same time, go all in, talk to everybody about this like you love it because you do. And just don't overthink this. So I'm giving you examples today to help just kind of, if you have something and you're like, okay, I think this is good, this will just validate that. This will just affirm it. Maybe you want to use it. Maybe you want to copy and paste, whatever. Just know that we're here to provide all the resources because we want you to succeed. Lindsay's actually going to even be providing something either today or tomorrow that you can use so that you can even send that out to people that explains even more about what a challenge group is. So I'm not going to go into all of that with the examples. You're not going to hear me go into all these things about challenge groups. I talk about the support in the group. I talk about that. But you're not going to see all those examples because Lindsay's going to be providing that. And it's going to be a resource that you're going to be able to use when you're discussing with people. You can send it to them as well as what I am giving you in words and lingo. Okay? So that's exciting. So also know in those examples, my words may not be your words. You might be like, what's up, homie? And I'm like, hey, I'm so excited to talk to you. It's okay. That's how I am. So take what this is and don't feel like you just have to copy and paste everything and just, again, be a robot. You can make it you. So make it you and feel good about it when you send it to people. Okay, so I'm going to go through some examples with you. I'm going to go ahead and screen share. And, oops, I'm going to go ahead and just show you this document. Now, this is, again, all of this is in the group. And remember, if there's a Facebook glitch when you click on the unit, because that's happening to some of our units, not just mine, it's just kind of a glitch. Remember, you can go into the feed and just click on it there and everything will pop up. And if you need it, have your coach talk to their upline and contact us and we can get it for you just in your message. Okay, so I wanted to show you this. I'm gonna leave out some of the examples, although I will say that, a great way for you to share when you're just getting excited about this is just be excited about this, like share your story, share, who you are. And so if you're excited about this, talk about it. It doesn't have to be perfect. I already see like a grammar error. That's okay. Just, make it you, but, I talk about, how I played sports, all that kind of stuff and how like I'm looking for support and getting back to where I was. And, then I just make sure at the end of your post, if anything, make sure you check out the calls to action. You want to have a call to action. You just don't just want to announce that you're a health and wellness coach now. You want to use a call of action at the end to help people get into this specific challenge group that we're inviting for, okay? One thing that I do too that you may notice in these is I never actually talk about Beachbody. I never actually say I'm a Beachbody coach. I never actually use like Shakeology in it and that kind of thing. I want to make this clear. I'm super proud of being a Beachbody coach and so is your upline. The thing is that there are 500,000 Beachbody coaches or something like that. There's only one Jessica Jarvis. There's only one of you. And so I want to make sure that I am branding myself as a coach versus our company who is $1 billion company and has their own PR, everything. So I say that because I think that's important for us to understand. If you have a before and after already, great, use it. I also give you another example where you can talk about stuff by just sharing like who you are without a before and after. So the one thing I will say, guys, is that when you share photos, make them bright. Like this was a very dark photo that I brightened up a lot. That's okay. I wanted to make it bright because I want it to be something that people's eyes are attracted to. So even if you have a before and after, you can even just use the lighting in your camera to like, boost up the lighting so that it's bright, it's vibrant. You want people to be like attracted to that when they see, because remember, people are just scrolling. You have about 2 seconds maybe to capture their attention, right? So don't overthink it, but just brighten your photos. So yes, I go into a little bit more of like challenge group examples, and then for people that have done a program, and then people that, have lost weight, and then people, like I tried to do a couple different sizes for you guys too. Okay, so then how to respond. I'm not going to go through all these examples because you have the document, but how to respond to anyone that comments on your post. I give you a great example here. I always try to do comment plus compliment plus question equals conversation. It's from the book GoPro by Eric Worre, and it's a great PD book, but I'm just going to say that one more time. Comment plus compliment plus question equals conversation, okay? So I always try to do that, and then I try to go into something very simple that you can copy and paste and make your own as well. And then I've got this great graphic. By the way, this will change after March 4th. They're changing around the packs, and so we'll give you those resources. But until then, for this group and inviting, this is a great option to show people about the different options that they can start with. And then I give how to respond if they just like your post, but they don't comment. And then I want to talk about Hot Market. Okay, so I just want to share a personal story with you guys. I would love for you, you probably wrote a lot of Hot Market. So this is, I don't know if I created this term or if this is actually a term. It's probably just like a Jessism. But Hot Market is like your closest family and friends. Your warm market to me are like friends, really strong acquaintances and that kind of thing. And cold market is people you don't know. Your hot market to me is like your mom, your dad, your grandma, your aunts, your besties, your absolute best friends that you can talk to, okay? So I really recommend, and you'll see this in there, I really recommend getting on the phone with them and just explaining how excited you are about this new coach thing you're doing. And I also just want to encourage you guys, sometimes our family and friends are like all about it. And sometimes they're like, and it's hard to be a minister in your own hometown. right? Like, it's hard. So, like, for me, I'm going to give you two examples. One is that my sister is my absolute best friend. She has never, ever taken a sip of Shakeology. Never. Won't do it. She's tried isogenics. She's tried other things, you know, things that are not as good as Shakeology, but she will not try Shakeology. So there's that. Then I'm going to give you the example of my uncle, who I probably see maybe once every couple years. Calls me the night before I became a diamond coach in 24 days, and I was hustling. I had big goals, and so day 23, he calls me at 10 p.m. and he says, "Hey, your dad talked to me. It sounds like you need somebody to sign up for this challenge group thing. I don't know what it is, honey, but I just want to help you, so sign me up." And signs up with me, and he's the reason why I end up going diamond. And I say that because, you know, did my uncle really have intention of maybe going all in my challenge? No, but he got the Shakeology in the mail and the program. He never did the program. It was 21 Day Fix. It was back in the DVD times. He never did the program, but he drank Shakeology once a day, and he was a larger guy, and he ended up, I'm not kidding, lost 7 pounds in 1 week drinking Shakeology. 7 pounds in 1 week. Worth it. So you know what? Like, sometimes our family and friends start with us because they want to support us, and we want to, like, you know, have somebody that we love and want to work with in our group so that we can, you know, use that for extra accountability. Let that be exciting and fun. And sometimes people say no, and that's okay too. So if your family and friends just need some more time to watch, you know, kind of check it out, that's okay. But I give you an example of how to talk to them. And again, with your hot market, I really encourage you to get on the phone with them, okay? Like, get on the phone with them, talk with them, that kind of thing, because it's going to mean more, and they're like your people. Remember, don't be a robot. Okay, so then I'm going to show you, I'm going to go ahead, make this big. I'm going to show you an Instagram story example of how to share from your, oopsies, gotta love that, right? How to share from your actual stories, okay? So so this is basically, this is a super basic starting out with, but like something really fun to do, guys, when you're sharing your stuff is, like, if you just do a video, maybe you're really good with video, great, utilize that. Like, hey, I just wanted to, you know, come on here and just say, guys, I am so pumped. I'm so pumped. I started this journey and getting healthy, and I decided to become a coach myself to help my friends while I'm on my journey. And so I'm looking for 3 to 5 people to come alongside me to be extra accountable in this amazing support group that I'm starting March 4th. And we're going to go all in with the tools that I have that are helping me. I'm going to help you get those tools. And then we're going to do this group together and get insane, incredible results, kind of like these. And then I will go into, and you'll see them, I go into like some before and afters, and I'll explain those. But not of me, by the way. I have before and afters, but I wanted to show you what it would look like even without them. And yesterday I tried this on my Instagram stories, and I got a lot of response. So it works. It's good. But anyway, what's fun too is when you do those videos, sometimes it's nice to have like a little GIF in the background, or just something like, if you want like little hearts or something, it can captivate people a little bit more, I recognized, when they're just like kind of going through, and then all of a sudden their eyes, like maybe their ears are on, but then their eyes are kind of attracted to it. So that's kind of fun. So I wanted to show you that. Then I just also, when you click up on this area, I just wanted to show you, this is super basic, but the GIF is there. And then something that I wanted to show you too, as I go on to share this example, is that a great way to get people to engage is by doing a poll and asking questions. So I'm going to show you that right now. So this is how I would start if I didn't do like a video where I'm talking. Like, maybe that's not your gift, maybe that scares you a little bit, and you need to start with just a photo. That's okay. So I started off with this, you know, baby and I have an announcement. Mama decided to go all in on her health. I'm going after results. And then I share, and these pictures are, you know, transform 20 photos that I just Googled. And so I use these, you know, I'm inspired, like these or whatever. These are pictures that Beachbody has used. It's not like, you know, you're doing something wrong by using these photos if they're part of Beachbodies and that kind of thing. It's part of their marketing. So I just said, I'm inspired like these. And then I share a few more. Beast mode. I like to put a guy in there every now and then, even though I look for girls just in case guys are checking it out too. And a lot of these, by the way, would be videos where like the GIF is like doing fun stuff like this. And then I say, I'm looking for 5 friends to join me for support. So I used another photo just to kind of captivate their attention. And then this is where I add in this poll, and I add in, we will be accountable in a support group with workouts, eating guides, and superfoods to get us those real results. Does this interest you? And then I like to always give the option of yes. So yes or details, please, right? I never do yes or no. I just say yes or please or details, please. And this works really, really well for me. I like that. But I don't use the option of no, because if they're not, you know, care to, you know, chat about them not being interested. Okay, and then here's an example with the questions. Another picture again. Let's do this. Do you see how like all the photos are like kind of bright? I'm smiling. I'm excited. My energy is there. And then I just put in, so I give them 2 opportunities. In the poll, they can say if they're interested. But then if they kind of miss that, but they don't really want to go back and watch your story, I put in one more. Want more details? Place your email below. And that is by using that question tab in what I showed you originally. That's where that is, okay? So let me go ahead and go back to this. So I put those examples in this link right here for you in that document. But, you know, if somebody replies that they're interested then on Insta, I give you some examples. If they give their email, I actually wrote out an email that you can send them. And then if they reply that they're ready, you don't want to send everything right away. That's very overwhelming. So I go with an initial email, you know, and I always ask them if they're already working, and this is where I do add in Beachbody. Are you working with another Beachbody coach? That way you just are making sure, because if people are working with another coach, guys, you don't want to step on people's toes, and you don't want to, you know, take them away from somebody else. Do unto others as you would want to be treated, right? That's not right. And so, and also it's really wrong as far as like compliance goes and all of that. So you just always want to ask, you know, just, I make it not a big deal. Just also, please let me know if you're working with another Beachbody coach, right? This is copy and paste. So it's not like it took you a million years to send this email. Okay. So I just always ask that in there. And then a lot of times in my posting too, I'll put, and I don't know if I did this in these examples, but I'll put like only those not working with another coach. I don't say Beachbody coach in those, but I say another coach. And then I always ask in my messages too. If they reply that they're ready, you can go through this information with them. And then I add in personally, I like to sign up everybody as a coach. To me, it's the initial commission and it's the volume. And a lot, I mean, when I went 15-star diamond, a lot of my coaches started out as discount coaches and ended up building a business and going diamond because of our groups and because of the results that they were getting and because of the way that I recruited, which Holly will go over on Monday next week. This is it's just a great way to kind of get them started. So if you want to just give them the other option too, you can, but I like to give this option as the way that I wrote it in. But like I said, you can write that in and then you can say, otherwise, if you just want to sign up as a customer, that is fine too. I just like the fact that not only do I get the commission and the volume, but my people also get a discount and it helps me build for rank. So to me, it seems like a win-win, but just so you know, if you want to give the customer option, you can. They do pay like $20 more about a month for their Shakeology just as a regular customer versus a discount coach. So you'll see how I worded that. I'm not going to go into that. You'll see how I worded that. And then you can decide with your coach and what you want to do. I mean, this is your business, how you want to go about that. Okay. And then I also put in people that watch your stories but didn't respond to your poll. They're watching. They may not have had the courage to write yes or please more details or whatever, but they're watching, right? So I gave you kind of 2 steps of like how to do this. And I also go to their page first and I just write something really quick. I have like a 3 to 5 word minimum where I just go on and I give you really easy examples. Like if they're talking about their kids, oh my gosh, she's so cute. I'm totally trying this. Thanks, girly. Like stuff like that. That's very much so my lingo, but I just gave you like really simple things. You do not need to spend hours looking at people's pages. It should be very quick of like, oh, cool. I'm going to comment on this. And now I'm going to send them a message. Hey, Susie, I love your page, mama. I saw you watched my Insta story, and then going into the invite. Okay. And then when they respond yes, I give you examples of what to use there. So, yeah. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. So I really, really hope that that helps you guys with understanding specifics and understanding too that, you know, you can do this your own way. Those are just examples for you. Another thing that I wanted to add in is that when I message somebody, I always end in a question. Always. So if you just say like, okay, so here's all the details. Let me know what you think. There's no obligation to get back to you. If you say, here's all the details, you know, what are your thoughts on that? Does that interest you? What questions do you have? Always, always, always end in a question. And again, and we'll talk about tracking and stuff later this week. But again, the biggest thing right now is, yep, you're going to invite people. You're going to send those messages. You're going to put yourself out there. You're going to do that. But remember that the number one thing you need to do for March 4th is go all in fully yourself, fully. Okay, that is your job. Your fitness is your business. If you do not go all in, if you do not take this seriously, how can you expect any of your challengers to? And then just remember, when you're sending those invites and you're putting out that post and you're connecting with people, you don't have to worry about running your own group. We're going to help you do that first group. We're going to do all the work for you because we love you and we want to support you and we want you to succeed in this. So that way you get to watch, you get to learn, you get to be a part of it. So do not get boggled down by people that say no. Get excited about your journey, commit, and know that you are doing this because you know that this is where you're supposed to be right now. So commit to it, invite, and go all in, and you can't fail because either way you're going to get results. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. If you have any questions, post below, and I would love to see if you make a post today. That's my call to action for you. Make a post today. If you can still do it this morning, do it. If you can do it on your lunch break, do it. Or if you can do it tonight, do it. But I encourage you, make that post and then share the link to your post. Make sure your page is public. You can do that in your settings. And then share the link to your post below this post, okay? Below this video, just copy the URL of your post, you know, when you click on it in Facebook, and then post that below so that we can all see your invite, your post, and all of that stuff, okay? So that is your assignment. Post below. All right, love you guys. We're so glad that you're here. We're so excited to be in this with you.